We've been showing a lot of coverage of Andre X, who has a TikTok and Twitter and all that stuff. He's talking about now how Jenin refugee camp is designated a kill zone now, with 20,000 inhabitants who were forced to leave. This is ethnic cleansing in the West Bank. You can also follow me at AShackPolitics on Twitter or X.
We're in the Jenin refugee camp, which has been turned into a war zone by the Israeli army. Entire lengths of roads are destroyed, entire neighborhoods are leveled. And you can very clearly see that this is just a destruction of civilian infrastructure. There is no military or security purpose to this. This is just an ethnic cleansing. And the army is still inside. You can still hear shots every once in a while.
And this is the West Bank. No Hamas.
What is happening here is fucking insane.
Yep.
This is... Fuck, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this.
I applaud him for his coverage, man. He has been putting himself at risk there, to cover all this stuff. And this is the first time I've seen him wearing the armored vest with press written on it. So this next one, Israeli soldiers immediately pointed weapons at us when we approached the camp, despite us wearing press vests. And we know that they've targeted press aggressively over the past year. The camp has been cleared, and now the IOF is destroying it.
Behind me is the Nur Shams refugee camp, which is one of the two refugee camps next to Tulkaram, which have been under heavy assaults from the Israeli occupation forces for over 2 weeks now. 90% of the residents have been displaced. The roads have been nearly completely destroyed. Many people have been killed, including a pregnant woman.
Yep, which we covered on the channel here.
We tried to drive in, but we ran into Israeli soldiers who immediately started pointing guns at us, which is kind of the favorite pastime of Israeli soldiers, to point guns at civilians. And that is the other refugee camp.
And that's so real. He's absolutely right about that. So, in a war where there have been record amounts of journalists killed, I mean, it's very courageous to be out there wearing that vest.
Massive assault.
Because it's a target.
The largest operation by the occupation forces in this area ever.
That's very true. So definitely support his work. He's been doing a documentary of what's happening in the West Bank, and I think a lot of his footage that we've shared on the channel, it's been very important in showing you the disparity between how people are treated in Gaza and the West Bank, and just so you can see that there is no such thing as a free Israel.